Aaron Murphy joined right now by ESPN.com Scott Burnside. Day off here for both teams, and towards the end last night, the frustration's boiling over. It looked like both sides could use a day off. Tell me a little bit about what your take on the frustration there for the Blackhawks at the end.
Well, I mean, I think it's a team that obviously came up with the big triple overtime win in Game 1, came from behind 3-1, looked like they were then early in Game 2, a team that could have taken control of the series early on, but it didn't turn out that way, of course, and being really shut down in a 2-0 game here, first game in Boston. I think this is a Blackhawk team that realizes that until they find some gaps in the Bruin defense, if they can't get a way to get at Tuukka Rask in goal, this series is going to be over in a hurry.
And it's getting tougher because, I mean, that's what Brian Bickle was trying to do at the end there. He rings the post, he goes in there, Chara shuts the door and throws him around like a rag doll. What can they do?
Well, I don't know that there's anything other than the cliche of the hard work. I was talking to some people today about Patrick Kane, who I think is the focal point of the offense. He's so skilled. He's got no time. He's got no space. So they have to attack it a different way. I was talking to Ed Olczyk, former coach and player. It's like, well, maybe you need to go back. Maybe you need to approach how you attack the zone differently. I think it's a lot about creativity then, not just the skill part, but the game planning. And I think, the Blackhawks are a good coaching staff with Joel Quenneville. They won't rest easy, but it's a tough challenge because the Bruins are in a zone defensively, penalty kill wise, 5-on-5. They're giving up absolutely nothing.
It was a weird one for Joel Quenneville as well. I mean, Hossa comes out, takes the warm-up, leaves. Ben Smith's not even in the warm-up. He's all of a sudden scrambling around to get ready. What was your take on that? I mean, we were all in the press box saying, what is going on with Hossa?
Wow, there's no question that the loss of Hossa is huge. A, because he's such a skilled player. He plays both ends of the ice magnificently. But then when he comes out of the lineup, as you point out, now Joel Quenneville's got to really juggle his lines. He's got Jonathan Toews with Frolik and Kruger. I'm not sure that's a good spot for him. At some point, I think you'll probably see a lot more of Toews and Kane together. But he needs to get depth scoring, which we saw early in the series and which we've seen throughout the playoffs for the Blackhawks. So a real challenge for Joel Quenneville if Marian Hossa can't go in Game 4. We don't know that yet. Listed as day-to-day with an upper body injury, the ubiquitous upper body injury. But really a challenge for Joel Quenneville to get the right matchups to try and generate some offense.
You mentioned Rask earlier and how to get traffic in front of him. Both goalies have been magnificent. I thought, you see this morning, you wake up, you read the paper, 2-0 scoreline. That game wasn't close. If it wasn't for Corey Crawford, that could have been a lot worse for Chicago.
Yeah, there was a period of time, sort of right through maybe the 5-minute mark of the first period, right through most of the second. The Blackhawks were on their heels. The Bruins keep pressing. The Bruins showing what the Blackhawks would like to do. They're getting offensive chances and production from up and down the lineup. That third line, Paille, Kelly, and Sagan has been dynamite since Claude Julien put them together. We see Bergeron again, the team's clutch scorer. They're getting it from everywhere. And Corey Crawford, a lot of people wondered what he'd be like in the playoffs this year. Boy, he has done nothing but answer the bell night in and night out.
And Bergeron, 22 and 4 on faceoffs yesterday. It just seemed in the entirety of Game 3 that the Blackhawks were playing catch-up. What do you expect from Game 4? Can Boston come out and dominate like that again here in front of the home crowd?
Well, I think they're going to, obviously they'll want to come with a big push early on again, try and get the Blackhawks on their heels. The first two games, the team that scored first actually lost. I think the first goal is going to be critical for the Chicago Blackhawks in Game 4. I think they have to, it'd be nice if they scored in the power play, which they haven't in this series so far, but they need to get on the board early. I think just to maybe press the Bruins a little bit, make them open up a little bit more. So I would say the first goal, more than any other game, is going to be crucial in Game 4.
Crucial, no doubt, and we'll find out Wednesday here from magnificent TD Garden. Thanks as always for taking time to join us here, the European crew.
My pleasure, anytime.
All right, you can find out how Game 4 goes as the Bruins take that 2-1 lead into Game 4 here on ESPNAmerica.com, Facebook, and Twitter.